Woo! Welcome everybody, Hex Token channel representing. Woo! Hope you guys having a good time out there. Hashtag Suitman in the house. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Hex ecosystem changes visualized. We're gonna compare June 2022 to May 2021, inspired by Gunther the accountant and his Hex audit updates. So very, very cool. If you haven't checked out Maddie Allen's show, Gunther was on there and gave us the first, at least the first visual that I've seen of an updated Hex audit there. So I managed to use that and it's inspired to do this visualized changes in the Hex ecosystem. It's going to be pretty revealing. So I hope you guys enjoy that for sure. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So I just realized this is here, the audio, make sure my audio is up to date. It sounds good to me. So let's get into it, folks. Let's see who's in the chat there. Woohoo! That's going to be fun. And of course, we've got Hex Force in the house there. How you going, Hex Force 1? Good to see you in the house. We've got Human Hex Trafficker as well. What up, family? Good to see you. And Katie as well. Hello, all. Woohoo! Yeah, we're rocking it. Hey, this is going to be a fun session, man. Seriously. This is going to be one of the better ones in some ways with the ecosystem, Hex ecosystem. Everyone's always after numbers. And of course, it turned out my numbers, we know I was talking about circulating supply and the maxi stake. My numbers were pretty close, man. So that was pretty cool. And I feel good about that. So fun. Get in there, folks, and get in the chat. Say hello. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. We're going to have a fun time. And don't forget to share this video around. Share this video around. I might actually add a content stamp to this again. I need to start doing that again. That's for sure. Donatello's in the house there. What's up? Hey, good to see you, Donatello. And Fam Bam. Yeah, absolutely Fam Bam. We're going to wait till a few more people just pop into the chat there. So definitely get in. If you've heard any news, anything cool, let us know in the chat as well. Obviously, maybe some of you guys have been out and about and maybe heard some certain things from certain people. Let us know in the chat. We'd definitely, if it's some good intel, we'll definitely talk about that. So cool. Yep, the Hex ecosystem changes visualized June 2022 versus May 2021. Gunther the accountant Hex order updates. This has been inspired by that. We're going to have a quick look at that. So some pretty interesting numbers have come out of there. I compared the update today from Gunther on Maddie Allen's channel to a May 2021 version that I had. And so it was some pretty interesting numbers there. Now, obviously, Gunther has, he's looked at the OIA wallets and he's looked at the big payday and all that sort of stuff and done chain analysis and tried to reconcile that in terms of making the audit. So best efforts are there. And it is the best effort that I know of out there. So just let you be that. And so just obviously take that into account. Also, any of the particular numbers may have, I think it was the possibly T-share numbers and things like that, maybe a couple of days out or something like that, but it's pretty close, pretty approximation. So very cool. All right, I think I've talked enough. Let's get into it, folks. Hex ecosystem changes visualized June 2022 versus May 2021. Let's check it out. We're going to go. And of course, Batman was the accountant in another movie. You guys know that? Batman was the accountant. So there we are. There's the light there. All right, let's go. We've got the Hex ecosystem. Bam. And of course, boom, there it is. So this is approximate numbers, remember. They may be out slightly here and there depending on what the actual results are. But total 641.8 billion Hex. The amount staked up here, top left, 60 billion, $3.6 billion based on the Gunther's numbers. And of course, 581.8 billion there is the amount of Hex in the circulating supply. So staked 60 billion, circulating supply at 581.8 billion. Now you can compare that to actual numbers. I'm pretty sure that's pretty close there to Dot Vision. So we've got 9.35% of Hex staked. That seems about right to me. And we've got circulating supply 90.65%. So that's pretty cool too. So that is the Hex ecosystem. Thanks for the presentation. That's all, folks. I'm just kidding. That's the first chart, man. Keep cool, man. Keep cool. That's the first chart. Let's go to the next one. Of course, we're going to zoom in on the staked Hex there. 9.35. Let's check that out. Bam, there's a little arrow there. Where'd that come from? Magic. That's it. That's magic. That's what happened. And then, of course, now we've got this another chart. Woohoo! That's another chart there on staking. Hex OA stake. So you're talking about user stake there, 51.9 billion, 86.5% of the staked on the left here is staked by the users. That's you and I. I always say the public, right? You know, man, I'm always saying the public. The public there staked 86.5%. The OA staked 13.5%. So this is for 2022, by the way, June 2022, just the beginning of June, of course. The snapshot that Gunther gave out today on Matty Allen's show. We haven't got into comparison yet. That's coming later on. Hold on to that. I realized that. So we've got the OA stake 13.5% at 8.1 billion there. And of course, the user stake there 86.5%, 51.9% there is where the user stake. So pretty nice. Let's get on to the next one. Of course, we're going to have a look at circulating supply breakdown. And of course, we can see, bam, there it is. We've got the user circulating supply at 3%. OMG, that is really good. Obviously, that's down from quite a bit last year. I think it was 4.4% last year, down to 3%. So that's a 1.4% percentage point decrease. That's amazing. So not percentage, but percentage point, 1.4. That's dramatic down there, down to 3%. So really, really good. 17.7 billion estimated circulating supply in the marketplace. That's pretty close to what I said. Remember when I was talking about maxi staking at 294.3 million? Remember I gave a number, I think around about 16 or something like 16 and a half, somewhere in that ballpark of the amount of circulating supply. And I think I also gave a couple of numbers in that ballpark, so 15, 16, 17, something in there. So it was pretty good. So nice on that one. Hey, the ducks, you can't hear the ducks. I'm doing this presentation, you can't hear the ducks. It's crazy, man. We've got KD with KD can hear the ducks with the bread and the ducks there. It's now I can't. Where are the ducks? I can't hear them. That's now's priority is the duck music. We'll get onto that. Anyway, so we've got total supply 581.8 billion. That is our circulating supply there, and we've got 564 billion in the OA. So that's the OA, pretty big. Obviously, a lot of people like to exclude the OA. We see it as a feature and a benefit of the ecosystem. I always call it the operational financial manager of Hex, and that's kind of cool. Helps to regulate inflation, APY returns, and things like that. So it's pretty cool there. So we've got the OA there with 97% of a liquid there. So the circulating supply, that's the headline number, folks. That is a really beautiful number, and that was revealed by Gunther today in a snapshot. So beautiful, man, beautiful. Patience is the key. Now, obviously, 70.7 billion is still quite a lot, but how much of that is actually active? So you can have different definitions of circulating supply. I think this is kind of one of the high-level number. You can talk about what is active and what is inactive liquid Hex walking around in the user supply. And I think that's probably more important there. So pretty cool insight there. And what a nice move. 4.4% last year, 3%. This year, so pretty cool. Obviously, we've had big things happen to make that happen. We've had the two sacrifices. I think it was over a 2.1 billion Hex sacrifice for Pulsechain. I think it was over 3 billion for Pulsechain, if I remember rightly. So it's over 5 billion. We've obviously got have penalties into play. Not between this year, but overall, I think we were over 3.2 billion in penalties. But of course, that's over the life of Hex. Hex is 2.5 years now. And of course, we've also had penalties and of course inflation, inflation returns and things like that. So there's lots of different factors you have to take into account. But ultimately, we netted out at the end of the day at 3%, which is pretty good. Right, so let's get on to the next slide here, user position. Let's have a look at the user stakers. That's you and I, what I call the public book, and of course, a subset of that I call the retail book. That's the non-whales. And of course, let's get into that. So we've got user ownership here, 10.9%, 69.7 billion. And we've got the OA at 89.1 billion there. So we've got the total supply again, similar charts to the last time, but instead of doing staked and liquid, we've now got user owner and OA owner. We've got the OA owner at, or the origin account owner at 89.1%. And we've got the user ownership at 10.9%. So 69.7 billion is owned by the user. That's kind of what I call a retail book in total. So that includes circulating supply and liquid. And of course, the OA has 572.1 billion. And of course, that equals 641.8. So that includes the sacrifice as well. So pretty cool. We've also got, let's have a look at the user position here. We've got our magic arrow coming in. And of course, we're going to look at the circulating supply here for the users. That's you and I. And this is what we really care about because we kind of put the OA to one side, but you consider it kind of like an operational manager. and largely we're concerned with what's happening in the public's hands. What are they doing with their circulating supply? What are they doing with their staked? And we can see that the use of circulating supply is 24.5%, or 17.7 billion. And of course, the user staked amount there is 74.5. So that's what the users are doing, the retail book are doing. And of course, we can see that pretty clearly. Let me just get rid of this comment here. We'll put the little blue comment with the fires. That looks pretty good to me. And so this is pretty much what's happening here. 7.7 billion there in the user circulating supply. And of course, that's our 3% mark. And then, of course, we've got 51.9 billion users staked there. And the total of that is 69.7 billion, which we can see over on the left here. So pretty cool in terms of what people are doing. Obviously, the more that we get staked, the higher percentage we will get. Remember, we've only got a 9.35% staked. That means that the users could stake a lot more. So we should probably be doing a lot more videos around people staking. That is what Hex is designed for. The T-share rate's only going up. People should get more T-shares. Obviously, we've got Pulsechain coming. There's a certain amount of people that are wanting to get liquid Hex for the Pulsechain. The other thing, of course, some people like to have a small percentage of their portfolio. Maybe they've got 95% of the Hex stake. They keep 5% liquid. So there's lots of different reasons why people have circulating supply. And that's the way it goes. So obviously, we also have a third-party product. So what do we got? We got Hedron, we got Maxi. We're going to have Flex coming up, and of course that should start to eat up some of this circulating supply. We also have obviously circulating supplies sitting inside, Uniswap and some liquidity provisions. We've also got the Hex Investment Trust and other retail, and of course larger whales that can basically buy up some of this circulating supply as well, and of course distribute that to more hands. So a few things that will impact on that circulating supply over the coming period. The other big thing, of course, coming up, and you guys know it, is Richard Hart's wallet. Man, Richard's Hart wallet coming up, and of course another sacrifice. So if we got over 5 billion with the two previous sacrifices, we could get another pretty decent one there too, eating up the circulating supply. So pretty cool. That is the user's position at the moment. Let's look at user behavior year on year. This is getting into the comparison here. So very cool. Let's check this out. User behavior year on year. We're going to have a look at this. And of course, bam. We've got Hex on billions on the left-hand side there. And of course, we've got user staked in the middle. On the left here, a user circulating supply and total user there as well. So we can see that year on year, May 2021 to June 2022, we've dropped down there. So let's see by how much. We've dropped down by 1.2 billion staked is decreased on the user count there. So we can do a lot more work out there, spreading the word around people staking and the benefits of that, of course. The APY, depending on how long you stake, longer pays better, right? So if you get a monthly stake, I think it's around 11% annualized. If you do a monthly stake, as you annualize that result, it's about 11%. And of course, if you do the annual one, you get about 13%. I think it's around about 13. And of course, onwards and upwards, the longer you stake, the better it gets. 6.6 years or something like 38%, something in that ballpark. So you get the idea. Obviously, penalties on top. So we really do need to talk to people about, just keep pushing the word out there about the main point of Hex, getting into T-shares and staking. And that's the way it goes. Obviously, with the price of Hex pulled back, people can do a lot more staking and pick up a lot of the retail book in particular, pick up a lot more Hex and get that as well. So you can actually see some of the general metrics. We're only 2.5 years into Hex, and we're already seeing some pretty powerful events happening. Some just due to the design of Hex, and others due to things like sacrifices, Pulsechain, and things like that. So we've got a lot of influences coming into the ecosystem. Hex is really being merged in some way into a much wider ecosystem of Pulsechain, and that's going to have some interesting effects on it. It's also going to break down a lot of the gatekeeping that has happened too for Hex. So watch and see how this plays out. You can already see we've gone down from 4.4 down to 3% circulating supply in the user class based on Gunther's numbers here. So very cool. Now, obviously, user circulating supply was last year was 27.5%. It's now 17.7 billion. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And of course, we've had, like I say, the sacrifices and penalties and all sorts of things in there for that, obviously. Now, there we are. So that's down 9.7 billion based on these numbers. And of course, we've also got the total user numbers there down by 11 billion over that period. So Wow. So that's the numbers there. Obviously, the OA would have collected a lot of those other numbers as well. So the OA and the sacrifice addresses collecting that up there. So pretty cool. Nice. So that there is the user behavior year on year. Let's jump over to the next tab here, OA and user T-shares year on year. And of course, I thought I'd end with this just as a summary. And of course, bam, there we are, the OA and T-shares. So it's T-shares millions now. So we've moved away from using billions down to millions as T-shares. And we can see the OA T-shares there at 2 million year on year. This number here is a little interesting. So I just beat a question mark over this number here. But on the OA T-shares there. So it's certainly something I would ask Gunther about, but that says year on year 2 billion. So just put a question mark there. But on the user T-share numbers here, we've got 9 billion and 8.4 billion on the T-share numbers, and that is down 600,000, which we know. I've always talked about us being up at 11 million T-shares, and of course now we're down to 10.4 million, and it looks like the majority of the drop there is in these T-shares here. So very interesting stuff there once again. So definitely looking good in terms of the T-share, but of course we need to encourage people to get those T-shares and stake, and of course balance that out as well. So that's what the Hex is all about. So that pretty much there is the Hex ecosystem visualized based on Gunther's, or inspired by Gunther the accountant's Hex Audit, and of course based on June 2022, which is kind of today's date versus the 19th of May 2021 there. So hopefully that's cool. I'll post the link to this presentation and the spreadsheets as well, and after the live stream you'll be able to get hold of those and save them for your favorites there, with the data set that's sitting in behind this that Gunther provided on Matty Allen. So very, very cool. Highlight for me though, 3% circulating supply in the user wallets. That's kind of the highlight. That is pretty good. Imagine what's coming up. The Richard Hart's wallet sacrifice there, more circulating supply getting eaten up there by the sacrifice origin wallet family, and I'm excited about that, and lots of more other stuff going on there too. Of course, penalties 50% going to the OA as well, so bodes well for inflation as well. So there, and we'll see whether the OA does any more staking as well. More staking obviously lowers the inflation, regulates the APY as well. So we'll see how that plays out too. Love it. You can see all the pump mentals coming up that if you play the long game, the long game's looking good. And of course, Pulsechain is coming. Richard Hart's already indicated about the liquidity, and obviously the Hex pair and stuff like that, Pulsechain and all that, probably going to be fairly good. So he was a bit just hinted that to everybody. So man, this is going to be powerful if you can play out the long game. You will be looking pretty good in my view. So cool on that one. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And we're going to jump over to Richard Hart next, of course, and have a look at some of his latest and greatest. Before we do that, let's get into the chat. And Sue's in the house since I started talking. We're going to see us there. Good morning, all, says Hex Biker. Good to see you. Go Hex says property review. Probably good to see him as well. Hex is the way, says it's now. I agree with that. What else there? Human Hex Traffic says locked out of Discord. Really? Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone get locked out recently, so let us know. It's Nana can probably work that out for you, Discord, and that's Nana's got the Discord link there. Yeah, hit that one. Extra, what's up with that? Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened. It says that the account is duped, and I have no idea what I did. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll fix that up. Human Hex Trafficker, figure it out, bro. New account. Great White's in the house there. Woohoo! And I'm doing back-to-back Hex token streams today. Wow, that's awesome, Great White. You should get the back-to-back award for that. That's pretty neat, man. Always great to see Great White in the house. Hex Token channel member. Woohoo! Represent. A great day. So it's absolutely. Wrench Team 6 in the house. That's true. That is true. Hardy Hexalorian's in there too. And J-Pon too. Good to see you, J-Pon. Woohoo! Nice there. So yeah, Richard's been pretty prolific this afternoon, at least my time, getting out lots of different videos and things. He's got some fun stuff here. Fun stuff here with Bitcoiners and stuff. It's all a bit bizarre. Edinburgh's natural crypto curiosity. I think it's we got Richard in here, and away you go. There we are. There's Richard's sweet dance. So you can check that out for sure. Check that one out. We got Richard Hart said 3 hours ago, my marketing can remain irrational longer. Remain irrational longer than haters can remain solvent. Says Richard Hart. My marketing can remain irrational longer than haters can remain solvent. That's pretty funny. He retweeted this Antonio one here. Lately, a deluge of dollars for anti-aging research. This time, it's the Saudis' $1 billion a year fund. Evolution Foundation created to back a geroscience research, and Pill's first project back anti-aging trial of diabetes drug metformin. There, so interesting stuff. Repost there. Richard posting some new green candle stuff here. He certainly shops at some interesting places. There's got the big boots. It's got the big boots. Look, the little bag on the boots too. And where is he? For goodness sake, where is he? What is he in at the moment? I think he's in some store or something. It's got the the pants and everything. Looks pretty out there, man. Was it PLS? Says yes. Now this looks better. Yeah. So cool. We got that one there. It's got the jacket here. Prada 10,000 fit. It's got the hat as well. This looks a little bit like his captain's hat. Remember his yacht party with the dancing and the blondes in the background. He's definitely got his outfits going for sure. Actually, the boots look a bit different on there. I wonder what's in the little bags. Maybe the little bags got I don't know, some little gadgets or something. I don't know what's in the little bags there. But looking dope. And then he's got the bling bling on the hat there. Bling bling. I'm not sure what else he's got on there. Yeah, bling bling on there. So a fashion vista there. Surely Paris Hilton and people like that have got to be getting onto this for sure. Imagine what it must feel like being one of the dozens of slaughtered and Bitcoin debates. Imagine what their friends say to them when they send their vids out of my constant, never-ending flexing. It must be emaciating, he says. So pretty funny there. What else we got there? Haters' credit cards are maxed out. My black Amex has no limit. We are not the same. People keep messaging me for diet and fitness advice. Not sharing my meal plan with you. And that's some highlights here. I'm not sure if he's got any nice, cool retweets either. Tweets out there. Yeah, I think that's probably it there. So very cool. That's from Richard, the latest and greatest. We're going to jump into the prices here and have a look and see where Hex has been performing since we did our last live stream. Katie in the house there, and Get Hex with the piece Get Hex. Nice. Great way laughing at that. Stand out lot nodding out. The stand out's nodding out. You can do it. It's now you can do it. You got this, bro. Yeah. Have a good night, bro. I got this. Nice. Good one, Brennan. Appreciate it. So here is the Hex chart at the moment. We are waiting. We're waiting for the crossover for the yellow line. So the yellow line is our 13-day EMA. And of course, we are waiting for it to cross over that red 50% on the Bollinger Band. So the Bollinger Band, the top 95% of the top blue line, the bottom 95% there on the bottom. I'm going to make sure I take my comments off when I'm doing the charts as usual. And of course, we're waiting for that crossover. Give us a bit of an uptrend reversal. Here's the previous ones we've got in the chart there. Waiting for those sort of reversals to come in here. As people question, where's the bottom and that sort of stuff. Some people are talking about, I heard on some channels some really weird timelines from Pulsechain. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. Some of those timelines are a bit, they're like so far away. I'm just like, I really think that. Once again, no one really knows. That's all I'll say about that. Let's have a look at what Richard said on the 23rd. So I haven't put this up on the link, but Pulsechain update on the 23rd. Validator rotation slashing delegating code has been mostly rewritten. All right, so validator rotation slashing delegating code has been mostly, so not some, not partly, but mostly rewritten. But here he goes, and partially implemented in Native Go. It's been mostly rewritten and partially implemented in Native Go outside the EVM, thus not in Solidity for much higher throughput. So that's pretty much it. And then he wrote after that, this means that Pulsechain is getting faster, safer, and as you guys know, more powerful. That's what we like to hear. So that's pretty much it. All right, so we're at 5.8 cents at the moment, or 5.78. Our top high for the day has been 6.1 cents. That was pretty much the same as yesterday, 6.1, and the same as the day before, 6.2. So 3 days in a row we have resistance at 6.1. Seems kind of crazy, but we have higher lows on the daily there. So we've got higher lows. The 3 days ago we had 4.4, then we had 4.9. Today low has been 5.3. So it's looking better. There. And of course, we're waiting for that yellow line to cross over the red line there on 50%. Cool VIP is that? Cool VIP. let us get into the hourly here. This is our hourly chart here on Hex. I'm going to quickly jump this into major zone there. 5.67 cents there. We actually, once again, this 6.1 cents seems to be some funny area of resistance. I don't know why. It's just a bizarre place. But there we are. That's what it's doing. Every time we get to 6.1 cents, oh no, got to sell down a little bit, someone says. But we are getting higher lows on the hourlies, and we've got a nice little uptrend there as well. So let's see if we can finally break out of this 6.1 bad boy. I've got resistance at 6.8 cents. So let's see how we get on there. Every time we have to go back up, we have to, battle through each level. So we'll see how we get on. Hedron is at 5.11. So any gains that it made earlier, a couple hours ago during our live stream, it was up at 5.41. It has gone down since then, down to 500 and back up to 5.11. Maxi was doing pretty well earlier in the day, and it's come off a little bit there. Not much, but a little bit. It was at 77, 78, now at 73. So it's mostly pretty good, but it has been down as low as a 67% premium. On the hourly, let's have a look there on the hourly there. It's just the last 2 hours that it came down. So maybe an hour ago. So not too bad there. But the premium band is holding up very well. We've still got our higher lows in the moment. So we'll keep watching out for that. So if we copy that over, drag that over there, we're still sort of getting this higher lows. And of course, maybe we will very well get some sort of breakout in the premium, which would be pretty phenomenal, right? And we were sitting over 10 cents before, so let's see what we're at now. Well, we're at just under 10 cents at the moment. We've been as high as a 10.66 on there. Finally, let's check out Pulse Dogecoin. Bam! Pulse Dogecoin at $3.10. Actually looking really good. And of course, Gunther was on Matty Allen, not only talking about the Hex audit, and he gave us a sneak peek, but also talking about his role in Pulse Dodge as whale syndicate or shark syndicate in there as well. So that was pretty interesting there. Basically $3.10. This is still looking pretty good. And we've still got about 55 days or something to go in the launch phase. So we're going to pull that up on there. We're going to check out some of the key metrics there on Pulse Dodge. So Pulse Dodge has found support, and we're going to go and check out the numbers. There's 109,000 Pulse Dodge coin, and there I've got to remember to always add the coin. It's now always reminds me. I saw that in the chat earlier. 109,305 Pulse Dodge coins PLSD in the pool there, and we've got $430,000 of liquidity. So it's definitely jumped up a lot. Remember, we used to be down at $100,000, and we're at $430,000 now. Starting to look like a bigger player now at this level. Yep. Let's have a look here. So we've got 4,757,781 Pulse Dodge coins in the max supply there. 13,730 holders, and of course that's up slightly another 24 hours. We've also got under the contract, we're going to go check how many people have claimed. We've got 20,881 that have claimed. So we go 20.881. We're going to divide it by 91. I still need to export the file, the snapshot, but we're up at 23%, more or less. 23% of people have claimed, more or less. So almost one in four. So yeah, it's getting up there. Now, the holders at the top here are pretty similar. They all look pretty similar there. 80, 35. Now, Gunther did talk about someone selling 50 on a liquidity pool, wanted to sell them up at what's it, 10,000 or no, what was it, $10? I think it was 11 or $12 or something. I haven't actually seen that, but that's what he said. So cool. I haven't gone to Uniswap to look at that. But here are our wallets at the moment, and of course, people are still claiming as well. There's still quite a few days to go. We've got a claim there, 12. It's really small. We've got a squid there, claim 750. We've got a couple of crabs claiming. A tinkering turtle there claiming. Two more squids. So wow, a couple of big squids. So a few more heavyweights in there as well claiming. So people are claiming, man. This is getting attractive to them as well. So cool VIP, as we say. Let us go over to Pulse Dodge Coin. See how many days ago. I think it's 51 days. Let's have a look. 51 days. Remember, the maximum supply will be 12 million, but it'll probably only end up between maybe 6 million or so, somewhere around that ballpark, 6.5 possibly. 51 days to go. So we're almost halfway on Pulse Dogecoin. Remember, Hedron finished this 100-day launch phase about 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, and now we're on Pulse Doge. Got 51 days to go for that. So very exciting. The games will begin. Will it? Will the games begin? Will this thing start to climb? Will people believe? Will more people hear about it? All those questions to be answered. Will the whale syndicate stay cool? Will it be a cool whale syndicate, or will it break down? And will the first person to sell rules them all? Who knows? We'll find out. Lots of stuff here. The supply, it is a scarcity play. We'll see how it gets on there as well. That's pretty much it. All right, cool, Vip. Let's get out of there. Bam. I think we've done pretty good on that one. There's Gunther's plane waiting to fly back up. So $3.10, and there we are at this stage. So cool. All right, what else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the markets. BTC, man, just can't decide where it wants to be. $30,592 at the moment, and $1,800 on Ethereum. BNB at 290, which leads us into the BNB charts. So we're going to talk about that quickly, and I'll get back into the chat there to catch up on the chats. Just BNB Pulse Dodge still at Pulse Dodge coin still. Boy, that's Pulse Dodge still at 0.5 cent. Still at 0.5 cent there. Not looking super cool. That's the original coin, not Pulse Dodge coin, but Pulse Dodge. Man, I do wish they had done another name. It would have given me a lot less grief talking about it. That's just the way it goes. P33 there at 21.61. Had a bit of a good day yesterday, and still trying to push itself higher. It is pretty low. It might have a chance of getting back up on the Pulse Dodge there. P33, I should say. Pulse 33. I might have a chance to hit. Probably the one out of the three that I feel has the chance for getting up higher. Let me know in the chat if you agree with that, and yes, why not, or whatever. We got Internet Money at 765, and of course that's really just struggling to get any momentum up there at this stage. So yeah, probably the pick out there probably be P33 at this stage, leading into Pulsechain, maybe Pulse Dodge with the NFT play, possibly, maybe. Question mark there. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Cool, Vip. They're going to jump over to the slides here. Leave it on here for a bit. Let's get into the chat and catch up to where I was at. I've completely lost it. Oh, there we are. Found it. What else do we got? Mr. Feroz is in the house from India. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Feroz, with the big heart. Love it. And TKN's in the house there. Was it Token Farad? Can you chat about new projects? Flare Network, Avarice Finance, Hex and Pulsechain are all dead projects. Who put that in there? My goodness. I hate showing those things accidentally. I do apologize for that. What else there? It's then no wrench aiming at you. No worries. JK as well. Chris Marketing sends, good to see you, Chris. What's up? I got to remember to read the full message before I post the links there. I'm going to try and do better on that, that's for sure. I am yawning out, but you're all keeping me going since now. You can do it. You can do it, man. You can do it. You're amazing, man. You can do it. Love Rich in the house there. Yo. I'm back. Hey, Love Rich. Good to see you in the house. Lots of love when Love Rich is in the house. Robert Keller's in there. Night. It's now. It's now. It's not asleep. Okay, that yawn was the one. Good night, fam bam. You can do it, man. You can do it. Post the emojis. And definitely join Discord. It's now is a survivor. It's now is a survivor. All right, so that's cool. That's what we're up to at this stage. And if you haven't joined Discord, there is the link. We need 20 more members to hit up to 500. We're getting there. So 20 more members, and maybe one could be you. We've got good community and good information. That's pretty much the heart of it. You can check out all the groups that we've got. Some pretty good information. We've got useful links at the top here. We've got with so many cool links in here. I've got to add in the Hex Godwild today because the Hex Godwild did a stake. I've got to add that in. And of course, we've got video tutorials on Pulsechain Bridge and PulseX, as well as general conversations, price chats, non-crypto chats, new token chats there. So if you want to talk about new token stuff in there, I need to get in there a bit more. And of course, we've got links to most of the projects coming on the Pulsechain as well. Let us know if there's others that are not on there. We'll add them. As long as they're, suitable ones, we'll put them in there. All right, so that's cool. That is where we're at. Nice. Also, you'll get YouTube updates from Gen Hex, who does a lot of panel shows with special guests, and of course Heinz Crypto, and of course yours truly, Hex Token Channel, #Suitman. That's pretty much it. So cool. What are we going to do now? We're going to jump over to one more time to Rack and Rochelle, Overwatch WoW, and have a look at his comment that he made earlier today, 20 hours ago. Prediction: Pulsechain will be the highest appreciation network in 2023. The gatekeeping will assist in that cause. And be inspired by that, because I am. And as I pointed out in today's stats, these stats are pretty incredible, because they really show that the supply is really shrinking over time. And of course, Wales only has a good chart too, showing inflation is much lower as well. I think you just got to be patient and play the long game, keep spreading the word, and we will get there. Things are going to be pretty amazing. Things can turn around pretty fast. Not a lot of projects can say that, but because of everything that's going on in Richard Hart's ecosystem, and of course this is the year that he's rolling out the infrastructure, it's going to be pretty amazing to see all that play out. So this is what we say. It's looking good. Origin night at my place tonight. Go the Blues, says Brennan. The Blues? Are you kidding me? The Blues? Are you talking about the Kiwi Blues there? The Blues. Origin night. Origin the Blues. Oh, they're talking about New South Wales. Is it? New South Wales has got the Blues. Is that New South Wales? You have to educate me there, Brennan. I've forgotten which ones the Blues are. I think it's the Blues. And is it the Blues and the Reds? Blues and the Reds? Let me know. I can't remember which teams which. Let me know, Brendan. Brendan's not replying. New South Wales versus Queensland. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Yeah, that's right. Queensland there. The New South Wales Blues. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, New South Wales Blues. Yeah, that's that is kind of the ultimate rugby match, right? The Origin match. That is kind of the ultimate rugby match there. I'm not sure what the American Gridiron equivalent would be, but definitely that is the big one. All right, how are we doing for time? 38 minutes, not too bad at all. So that was kind of the highlight. What else has been out there today? Let me know if there's anything you've seen on any other channels that have been pretty cool. I know there was a good interview apparently between Coffee and I think a Bitcoiner. I haven't watched that one, but that was posted on Richard Hart's video screen there. I think we've got it in Discord actually. Let's jump over there. This one here, I haven't actually seen it, but apparently that was quite good with Jack Levin. The Wales only one with Gen Hex was a good one. I think I watched a little bit of it. I haven't watched much of that, and I watched most of the Matty Allen one with Gunther there. So it was cool. Queensland Reds says Great White NRL Rugby League, yeah. National Rugby League, yeah. Not rugby union, but rugby league. So if you're not familiar with the rugby, it's got rugby league and rugby union, the two different, same sort of game, but two different rules. And of course, the game flows very differently. I prefer rugby union, has a lot more running flows, but that's not always true. It depends on how good their runners are and how good the team is playing together. But if you like the old smash and bash, then rugby league is your game. If you like that smash and bash there with the front forwards smashing and bashing each other, that's definitely the case. Although sometimes rugby league can be quite a fast game. Can be a fast game sometimes. Jack Levin video is a good watch. There's Great Whites. So that's some feedback there. Cool. Let's talk about that video there. Nice. It's in Discord there. Nice. All right. Let us jump over to the links there. I think I did. Did I do Cointelegraph earlier today? I think I did. Cointelegraph. I think I did do Cointelegraph today. What else we got there? Metaverse tokens. New York governor yet to commit to signing a Bitcoin mining ban into law. Well, they'll probably pass it anyway. You know who runs those places? They're pretty crazy. Crypto Bank Custodia sues the Fed over 19-month delay on account approval. That's pretty funny. Solana Ventures has set up a $100 million fund for GameFi and DeFi in South Korea. That Hex is the way will be into that. Hex is the way should be accessing some of that. Beer gambling and cryptos. Budweiser races into Z runs NFT games. It's funny how so many of the corporates getting into the NFTs. They like the NFTs. Seems something that they feel easy to get into. Metaverse tokens up to 400% on year despite altcoin bloodbath. And let's have a look at that one actually. It's, what have they got there? A new report from Kraken Intelligence reveals that Metaverse tokens were only one of only 2 categories in crypto that saw year-on-year growth. So what they describe as that Mana, of course, decentralized. That should do well on Pulsechain, right? Sandbox there. Let me just Sandbox. We got Axie. Oh, I knew that would jump away too fast there. Sorry about that. And Stefan there. Let me just zoom in on that. Yeah. Stefan there as well up and as well. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm familiar with the first 3, but not this Stefan one. Let me know if you're familiar with that one. NFT boom of 2021 has not only drawn mainstream attention to digital art investments as also popularized crypto metaverse. So that might be an interesting read there. It's got the different categories here. BTC, ETH, layer 1. Layer 1 down, volatility 51%. DeFi 72%, exchange down plus 6%. Metaverse up 395%. In the last year return, meme coins down 62, privacy 64. You don't know what basket they've got on those. You have to look at that. 90-day return, 30-day return as well. We know the year-on-year. That's a lot of them don't look too good on year-on-year. At this place, play to earn and metaverse-related projects will add 10 billion this year to keep building the future of the industry. So Pulsechain obviously play a massive role in that. If you think about it, so cool. Layer 1 tokens such as Solana and Cardano led the losers. Bitcoin, Ethereum saw relatively modest losses, it says. So it's an interesting little report there from Cointelegraph. What else we got there? Union is big in New Zealand. Yes, it is the main game in New Zealand. Over League. Solana keeps breaking down junk networks, says Brennan. That's true. I feel Solana might do a Terra Luna soon if they don't fix themselves up. Well, apparently the devs are trying to front run any of the bugs at the moment. That's the last talk I heard was the devs were going to try and have a good look through the code and make sure that they don't have to keep stopping and booting it back up again, doing patches or whatever. So cool. So 5.779 cents on Hex. We're going to push that price up there. Zoom that up. Bam. There we are. And this one here, we're going to zoom out of our chart, daily chart here. And what happened to I had my overlays. Bam. There's the overlays. And yeah, we're just sitting in this channel here between the 3.6 cents and the 6.8. So that's kind of where we're at, which is kind of cool. The one thing we don't want is, seriously, if we get Bitcoin does do this, if it does do another big next dive down to 22, 23, then you will see Hex smash through this 3.6 cents, barring any number of whales or anything, but we haven't seen any of them. So you could definitely see that go to 1 cent. They'll be challenging that power through. So certainly don't want to see that in my view. Obviously, you'll be able to pick it if you do think that that's going to happen, and the probabilities are definitely there in a bearish downtrend. You should have some dry powder for that event because you'll be able to pick up tons of X volume in the lead up to Pulsechain launching. So yeah, not my most favorite outcome there. I think Gunther said some similar comments in Matty Allen's show today, talking about you don't want the market to go too far down. I think the net impact is more negative than positive. Brendan says, did you have a rate hike in New Zealand? Maybe we did. I haven't checked. Maybe we did have a rate hike in New Zealand. Let me look. We did in the 25th of May. We had New Zealand Central Bank raised official cash rate 50 basis points to 2%. Further rises would follow. Yeah, so not great. So we did have a 50 basis points. It's now 2% is the official cash rate. Yeah, it's a blunt instrument though, right? It's a very blunt instrument. Yeah, they won't help themselves. But the banks always like to front run these interest rate rises, right? So they always like to front run them. Inflation in New Zealand came in at 6.9%, its highest level in more than 30 years. We've got idiots running our country, so ideological nut jobs. They're running our country, so they're not going to be. They're the worst kind of people you want during these times. The Australian second one came out yesterday in extra 50 basis points. Yeah. Anyway, look, basically as you guys know, all the feds are all in pretty much. They're boxed in anyway. They can't win either way they go. They either wreck the economy, and they also have high inflation. So there's no real good answer for that. It's what happens when you print money, all that money, especially in the last 2-3 years. Katie's laughing. Yeah. It's not. I would laugh too, Katie, but it's pretty sad. Pretty sad. It's not funny, but I had to laugh at that one. Yeah. I know. Woohoo! That's democracy and a two-party system. But we have a multi-party system, but it's basically it's still like a two-party system. You think about it, and then you get all the extremists on the ends. Woohoo! All right, they seem to be getting the power though. Crazy place. Right, there we are. We got 5.57 cents at the moment. I think that's pretty much it. We're just hanging out with the community at the moment. It's chilling. We should get some music up. Actually, it's now it's probably falling asleep. Who knows? Let's get some videos in here. Let's play our video from earlier today of Richard. This is the last one today on his Tony Robbins when he was younger. Apparently, I think his father took him to Tony Robbins. I think that's how it went. So we might as well listen to this one.
I think Tony Robbins seminars are pretty great. He doesn't have everything perfect, but he's got it 80% right. So maybe his finance stuff isn't that great. Maybe his health stuff's okay. But his date with destiny, unleash the power within, human needs psychology, that kind of stuff. I think that's really his best material, So if you can go to the $3,000 or $5,000 date with destiny event, it's a great event, And that guy's had his own name as his own brand for 30, 40 years or something like that. And it's worked out pretty well for him. I always said, if you're going to be in the self-help game, learn from the guy who self-helped himself the hardest and has the best, he's the most successful success guy. You're he's obviously doing something right. I think that I improved on a lot of his stuff, and you can read it for free at t.me/sci5. Free self-help books. Read them. They're good. I wrote them. And I look, hey, worked out okay for me.
So that was pretty cool from Richard. That's the last one out today from Heist Stakes. That wasn't too bad, that one. We also got the one about Pulsechain. We'll probably play this one. It's quite good too, around Pulsechain devs.
So there is no such thing as perfect security. Perfect security, you have a ratio between the amount of effort you put into being secure and the amount of effort that people are using to attack you. And then you have what's called attack surface. The more places that you have to secure, the less secure a thing is. Hex was more easy to secure than a lot of things because it has a limited number of functions, and most of those functions timed out. So for instance, if there was a flaw in the referral program, that doesn't exist anymore. So it doesn't matter. If there was a flaw in the adoption amplifier, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. And so by restricting the number of functions and making the code immutable so that it can never change, it allowed us to be extremely secure, which is why we've never had an inflation bug. We're extremely resistant to inflation bugs. but Bitcoin's had several inflation bugs. Monero's had inflation bug. XLM's had inflation bug. Ravencoin's had inflation bug. Coins have inflation bugs, which basically means you can mint as many free coins as you want all the time, but my coin doesn't. It's a superior design. Now, Pulsechain, we're using the most secure software that's out there already, which is Ethereum. It's never had an inflation bug, and we're fixing a lot of things. The code that is Ethereum isn't perfect, and we're making it better than what we got.
That was pretty cool. Those are two ones I particularly like, the highest estate series at the moment. Brendan says expect to see 2.5% at the end of the year. It might even be higher than that, Brendan. Yeah, we'll see. You might be right. Might be slightly higher. Limit order times, says Human Hex Trafficker. Yeah, but put your limit orders in. No, people got them all the way down, right? So what's the way to go? If you want to do limit orders, I did a video on that, of course, on Metro XYZ. .xyz on here on Hex Token, so you can definitely check that out on the limit orders. The other thing, of course, you can go to useful links on the Discord. We've got limit orders in here. Is the limit orders gone? I think it's limit orders here. Yes, a Matcha XYZ. There's also metric.exchange. It also has an alternative Matcha front end with the order book. There's if you want gasless transactions too, there's cow swap, so you can play around with that. The other thing, of course, today, tracking Hedron. You can track Hedron stakes here on HSO Watch, and of course, you've been able to trade Hedron HSI stakes on OpenSea as NFTs if you've set that up. But there's also hexmarket.com now has come out too. That's just come out in the last few hours or whatever. That's just come out, and of course, you can trade stakes on there. There's a couple of trades on there for HSIs on there. So they'll have to get a bit of marketing out. It's just been launched, so you can definitely check that out. They also have their Twitter on that you can follow as well. So definitely check that. They're also the ones I think involved in doing the Hedron staking coming up here, which you can check that out coming up in the future. So well worth the checking out there. Brendan says, save us crypto, lol. Yes, save us for sure, Brendan. Save us. Baby is in the house there. Hello, baby. And good to see you in the house. Woo-hoo. And there we go. Baby's in the chat. All right. So there we are. Hex at 5.57 cents. I'm going to zoom out of there, get into the forward charts, our quad setup. We can see all of them moving up there. There's Maxi at the bottom there. And we've got Pulse Dodge there, actually still performing pretty well. $3.10. There on the hourly. So hourly, that's on the hourly. Maybe we should move that to daily. Should we move that to daily? Let's have a look on the daily there. Bam. We have to straighten that up a little bit there so you can see the daily charts. That is on the daily. And what's this one on hourly? Hourly on this one. I'm not sure if we can change that. Can we change that? No, not change. Oh, we can. I just got to scroll up there for the daily on the Hedron. I normally have the hourlies on the quad charts, but I thought I'd put the daily on there now. Yeah, we've got the daily there on the Hedron, and we've got the hourly on there. Maybe I should have kept them all on the hourly. Never mind. Let's put them back to the hourly. After all that, I'm going to put them back to the hourly. I got the Hex on the hourly there, so I might as well get them all on the hourly. There we are. That's better. Let's put that on the hourly. Bam, on a Maxi. That's on the hourly. I'll zoom that up, make it look better. And zoom that up, put back on hourly too, and zoom that up. I think we've lost the plane though. The plane has gone to Spain. It's too far away. It must be around here somewhere. There it is. There's the plane. That's the plane there. We'll watch that. That's the way we go. $3.10. That's pretty good. All right. Who thought you could make the chart so playful? So playful. All right. I'll just stop mucking around with the charts now. Sam in the house there. Hex Token. Woohoo! Good night from Baco. Nice one, Sam. Appreciate it. Baco. What else time we're up here? 6:27 in the evening here on the 8th of June, Wednesday in Kiwiland. So right in the future there. Basically dinner time. Both coming up to dinner time. Brendan says, why should I buy Maxi now? It is because the premium could go higher. Yeah, that's kind of the tease on that actually. Is the premium. We'll actually flip that back to daily now that you asked that question. But that's kind of the logic there. The logic there is the premium, and of course we'll switch to the premium. There is that it looks like it could even break out further on the premium. So that's the premium band. 52 is the bottom. I've got the bottom here based on these. Didn't go below these on the closes. And then of course the top here I've got all the way back here May, but that's kind of the top there, 82% premium. We're pretty much seems like we're getting a little bit higher lows. Nothing's inevitable though, of course, but that does seem to be gaining some sort of momentum there. And it's down at 72%. So finding resistance at the stage. Will it break out? Who knows? But it's definitely probably. I would give it a 60-40. At the moment, way it's looking at the stage. It may have been more of a like this, my first live stream would have said probably a 70-30. It's more like a 60-40 now. If it can get back up to trying to challenge that, we will see. People are still talking a lot about it, so about Maxi, particularly over Hex in the state as well. So we'll see. It's definitely performing well in this band. Pretty well in this band. Right. Actually, we'll just keep that one on the daily. Let's do that. Woohoo! Says it's a baby. Saying what the good KD says with the good vibes. Coconuts in the house, Suitman. Thoughts on Hex possibly getting 3 green green candles in a row? Smash those likes, says KD, and Brent says thanks. You're welcome. So yeah, we've got the 3 candles here. Well, we haven't got 3 green candles here already, so we've got 2 red candles. So we had 1 green candle here. That's what we've got on this chart. I'll have a look at the other chart we've got up the top here, but I'm pretty sure that should look pretty much the same on the daily. Well, we've got 2 green candles and on this one, so it's a little different. I'm not sure why that looks so different, but it does. And definitely possible. Definitely possible we could close in the green. That would be pretty good there on Dick's screen there. Not sure why that's showing up as two red ones there. That's a bit weird. I've got this on the daily. I have. What's this on the hourly? Is this on the hourly? No, daily. Yeah, I'm not sure why the difference is there. I'll have to double check that. I was pretty sure I had the same trading pool on there. 557 is the current rate at the moment of Hex. Yeah, couldn't hold over 10.1 cents there 3 days in a row. Very good. A decent chance, I would say. Decent chance there, Coconut. Not at the moment, though. Not at the moment. I think we've still got, half a day to go? I'm pretty sure we've got half a day to go on that chart. How are we up to now? 18. Oh, no, we've only got... this is based on Kiwi time here, so we've only got 6 hours to go. So, yeah, why not? Yeah, could do it in 6 hours. This is the bottom, and we start moving back up. Could do it in 6 hours. Let's give that a 40% chance, maybe a 40% chance of going back up if this is the bottom. Maybe the daily close is different between the charts, says Brennan. Yeah, it seems so. Yeah, they've probably got different time periods as well. Probably got different time periods on here. Might be the other one. I haven't checked. I need to double check that so that I know that in the future. Let me just jump out of bam. Right, I'm gonna chill out the lights. We're gonna chill the lights out a bit now. Getting into that late night live. All right, so that's cool. Let's see what else we got in there. Let's see what else in the file. We played that one and that one. What else we got? I can't. One of these I cannot play because it's too crazy. I don't think I can play the helicopter one. I'm not sure about the helicopter one. Maybe we'll play the helicopter one.
Craziest part of the helicopter is when he does his turns and you're like hard to the right, hard to the left. Just, I don't know, maybe he thinks it's more fun than just kind of like going like that. You can tell how far up we are because the trucks that move all of the land and the earth around doing mining and stuff, they look like little Tonka toys. They're like little yellow dots. When the engine stops, you die straight.
Pilot has a heart attack. Who's jumping in the seat, me or you?
You, because you're closer. And you've flown on an airplane before, so it's you. I'll complain though, from my side. From my side, I'll be complaining.
Watch that mountain.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I love some of these little clips. Have to get the popcorn out when they have the full form up. Have to get the popcorn. Instagram, love RH is brilliant. Yeah, apparently Instagram's been going off, right, for RH, so it's pretty nice. He's got a pretty good following on there, and I think with a lot of fashion stuff, some of the more crazier stuff, you can certainly get a good following on Instagram with that. Very nice. All right, we've just gone past an hour, so we're probably going to wrap up here today. Hope you guys enjoyed that coverage of the Gunther Hex ecosystem. Definitely check that out on the video description. I'll put the link in the video description. You can check that out. The other thing, of course, is I'll also have the Excel spreadsheets in behind as well. If you want to hear from Gunther himself, he was on, I think it was on Costa's channel just before, and on Maddie Allen's channel. So you can definitely check that out. Very cool. I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm going to have some dinner now, and probably go for a walk in the evening. For goodness sake, if I can get my courage up, that'd be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, get in the Discord if you haven't joined, and definitely catch you on the next side. 2 more live streams tomorrow: Pulsechain, PulseX, and of course X, and much more. So hold on to your hat for there. Hopefully we'll have liquid loans out tomorrow. That would be so cool to have liquid loan sacrifice balance. We can talk all about that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Morris in New Zealand says thanks very much. Hey Morris, always good to see you. And cheers, boss. Says brilliant. Hey, cool. Hey, thanks all the moderators for moderating as you do, and all the subscribers and channels members. Big shout out as we go. Nice. All right, let me post that in. If you're a Hex Token channel member, smash out the emojis on the way up. We're going to what am I going to do there? Let's post in some of these. Bam. All right, cool. Let's paste in that. We're going to play that. Let me find the little song. Bam, here we go. We're going to rock it out. Okay, have fun. All right, catch you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. Woo! Do the worm, says Brennan. Yeah, nice one, man. Nice one. All right, bye for now. See ya.